Okay, so let's enjoy this clip together. Natalie Coumo, I think that's how you pronounce your name. Not sorry if I mispronounced it.
It's not that it, wow, look at you.
Yeah.
I could leave right now if
Well,
I
I can
wanted.
roast you too. You can't just roast all of us and get nothing.
Up to that point, Natalie had been making a joke, like this guy and his friend that were in the front row about him being, gay. And and at no point, and they cut it off in this clip, but at no point did it seem like it really got much of a laugh. No one was really into the show until these two started, talking. And but yeah, if you heard that crack and thought for a second that maybe, oh, he's actually setting her up for the nice, comedic comeback that we all like to make go viral on the internet, just because no one likes it better when a comedian, destroys a heckler, and that's what they're trying to paint it as. That's what she was trying to paint it as when she posted this clip online. Only thing is, she demolishes the heckler in brutal scenes. Yeah, she demolishes him by pretty much not being funny at all. Like, watch.
I see. So you were afraid because you felt like I was saying you're gay.
I can take the mic if you want.
I could take the mic. That's the thing. That's the thing. It's like I'm still not even like offended. Like he's just sounds like kind of just banter. Like come on. Like that's what a heckler does. If you're not making them laugh, they're gonna heckle you. And don't get me wrong, heckling could be, there's a lot of dickheads that do it, but that's just part of the comedic. When you're a comedian, you need to be ready for that. And look at her. You could tell just looking at her face that she is actually really pissed off right now. Like you could just watch her very, very carefully. She's looking down. That smile right there says like she is that chapped her ass.
Okay, he's your new friend. I will say this, it is such a hard time in this world right now. There are so many people that came together to be supportive and amazing, and you're putting negative. No, look me in the eyes. You're putting negative energy out here. This is the last show of my. Look me in the eyes. This is the last. Look at me. This is the last show of my weekend. It's a sold out show, and you want to say mean.
Stop the cap. It wasn't a sold out show. It was probably literally just people's. It was probably literally just people walking into a bar to get something to drink. It's an open mic. I'm willing to guess.
To me, okay? So don't do that.
And literally, like the cheers though did not come across as very genuine. I don't know. Something about it just seems very like, oh yeah, just they're just glad something's happening. That's what it feels like. The audience is glad something that's slightly more entertaining than her act occurred. Good lord, like she was literally so boring that she had to basically lose her fucking mind to save the show. So she actually owes the heckler a little check, I'd say. And I think and here's the problem. She's been taking the clip down. Like there's been reports of her literally just taking the clip
Wow, look at you.
down. Like she's copyright striking people who talk about the clip, and she's removed it completely from her socials. You can't find it, on her socials at all. And it's weird because she was very proud of it. She was posting it a lot on her social media, and and that's what leads me to believe, especially if you look at like the news, like this is $1 million, like the viral, when something goes viral like this, I think the news channels like this or some other, the bread tubers especially, they like to kind of prop it up like, oh, this is gonna be a viral video. People are gonna, they love comedians, demolishing hecklers in the audience. That's all they read. And then, as soon and look at this video. which I had to dislike it just because it seemed like everyone else did. Like getting ratioed into oblivion, and but yeah, and look at this: comedian demolishes heckler and brutal scenes. I don't know what I cannot refer to that as a comedian. That was literally just a that was just a nasty fight. That was just literally just a woman getting offended over practically nothing and then screaming into the guy's face. And this clip actually lays out the part where, I'll try to track it down, but the guy's friend like handed her her phone, and then she read a message that the guy had sent, and the guy literally just wasn't even in the building, and he just looked like it crushed her soul. We'll find it in a second. But I want to read some of these comments. I guess demolished doesn't mean what it used to anymore. 1,000. Literally, there's more. The comment section's getting more likes than the video itself. Has a meltdown on stage and screams at man. There, fixed your title. Full context shows she demolished herself, hence why she pulled down the 8-ish minute full video. Exactly. She pulled that down. She was very proud of it. And I'm trying to say that these other channels and there's also there's a few. I type in meltdown. I misspelled meltdown, of course. And there's a few other ones that are trying to kind of prop this video up like it's going to be like a career making moment for this young person. Shane Gillis's Reddit. Full meltdown gets backlash after shutting down. Like, she didn't shut down anybody. She lost her fucking mind. This is a Will Smith slapping Chris Rock at the Academy Awards type of situation. This is a Kramer from Jerry from Seinfeld, literally getting so pissed off at a Laugh Factory, he's screaming the N word at the audience, all because they didn't think he was funny. Same here. Yeah, 29. I thought she was older than that. She looks road heavy. An extra Portland implied that he was in a gay relationship, which I don't think that's what I don't think the guy had a problem with that. I think he was just like, you know, you come if you come up to me and you start making jokes, I mean, I'm gonna make jokes back, and that's all the guy said. He said I can take the mic, I can roast you if you can roast me, and I don't know, like I didn't I no comedian would have been like offended by that. No real comedian. They would have been like, well, I guess, but the way you say, take the mic when you're coming in here, slit my throat, grab the mic, and then start doing a stand-up bit, like, how's that gonna work in your head, or, you know, and I'm not a stand-up comedian, but literally, I could think of better ideas than literally screaming in the guy's face, telling him, just like throwing a hissy fit just because I sucked that night. It's ridiculous, and it's hilarious. It's actually funnier than any stand-up bit she's ever written, likely. I could think, and you're putting negative energy out here. Your voice, the last show, look me in the fucking eyes. Yeah, literally, like, what is? And then and then she asked the guy to leave. I've never seen like a real comedian do that, like a real stand-up comedian. The worst stand-up comedians I've seen on YouTube, they can banter, even when they're being absolutely roasted, they could still have enough dignity to not do that. And Kumo's phone showing a text similarly from the man that read. And this is it. This is the part I wanted to. Can I find that? I want to hear her say because it's hilarious that she just says it like straight up.
There's a first time for everything.
Show me the phone. Oh, she did say that. She actually did say that. Being there and selling out the show, this little man in the front row decided to let his true colors shine. Always stand up for yourself, and if you're going to be rude, at least have the decency to look me in the eyes. And this was like literally on Twitter, Instagram, and her YouTube. She really liked this clip. She thought this was going to be so good for her career, and it did not. The entire audience turned on her. Cringe AF. You should be embarrassed to even post something like this. If a male comedian got this angry, he would be criticized endlessly. Amoral describes someone as something that influence moral principles or lacking in moral sense. Immoral, an adjective used to describe something that goes against established moral principles or is considered morally wrong. I don't know why I read that. It was making a point. Let's see what Jeremy's fat ass has to say. I want to see where she actually read it. And again, like because there was so much support behind some of the some of the websites, some of the articles, like Lad Bible. It just shows that I think she and everyone else that was sort of kind of there. I think she was being groomed to be eventually be a bigger comedian. Like she's got agents, she's got that are talking the websites, say nice things about her, and I think she reached out with this clip intending on it being like a viral career making moment, and then it did not get the reception that she wanted. If I have said that, I feel like I've already said that, but I cannot fathom how stupid that was. Oh my God! Like I think her career is about pretty much kaput after this. And this Jess Battinson basically tries to keep it sort of nuanced, but mostly leaning towards Natalie's side, which makes no sense. It's like saying, well, I lean towards Will Smith's side, or I lean towards Cosmo Kramer's side. Like you get to act like a complete ass if you're bombing on stage. I do not agree with that. Yeah, the heckler said it's not my fault that you don't have material. She doesn't. It looks like she just gets out on stage and she just I don't even know if she's telling jokes. She's just kind of existing. Yeah, and this was supposed to be like the big like girl boss, you know, empowering moment, and it just was not. You, Jeremy. Jeremy spoken class today. All right. Leftism said this isn't something you should be proud of. A career change might be good for you. It's not brave to lose control, especially while on stage. It's so cringe. Why would you roast people if you can't take one for yourself? Exactly. Exactly. You can talk all this shit to everybody in the room, but then one of them just very mildly, he said, it's not my fault you don't have material, you know, something that an actual comedian could come back at, incorporate into the show, have fun with. She loses her fucking mind. Madman Mulligan is clearly a simp. This girl is funny and has been doing stand up for a long time. She's no Steven right here, but we all want to scream at you douchebags. Okay, well, How does that make her funny though? What is her excuse for, like, even if she is like this, unsung comedic hero, you know, not a little bit basically saying she's a little bit worse than Stephen Wright. The guy who says, don't eat the yellow snow in a very drab voice. She's not. I've never, like, that's the worst comparison I could have ever seen. She's no Stephen Wright here. Yeah, Stephen Wright would never get pissed off and cuss out a fucking, an audience member. And we all want to scream at you douchebags. Well, maybe that's why you're a failed comedian. You know what I'm saying? That's why Arthur Fleck was a failed comedian, because he wanted to shoot Robert De Niro in the face at the end of the movie. You know what I mean? Like, she's not funny. And then that night, she's not funny. So I'm calling Cap right there. I don't even think you've actually watched her stand up. Yeah, she gets so pissed off right there. See if Jeremy shows the clip I'm looking for.
This guy's texting his friend. It's so cute.
She's still melting down about it.
Me too. I won't be offended. What do you say?
And you notice that she's probably feeling a little confident now. The audience seems to be on her side in a totally ironic way. Sort of like when, they're clearly entertained. And they don't want her to leave the stage because it's like literally you can't look away from a train wreck. You know what I mean?
LOL, what a fucking clown. I did warn you I would get kicked out. Man, she is sensitive, especially for a comedian.
Based?
Literally. He wasn't even in the room and he just destroyed her career. And you could tell looking in her eyes right here how pissed off that just made her. Like she couldn't even like take that on the chin.
Based and 100% true?
Look at her. Turn that down. Look at how the mood shifts. She went from feeling kind of empowered about herself after screaming in a stranger's face to suddenly just embarrassment. Almost like she's about to cry. Look at her. She looks like she's about to break down in tears. For what? Unbelievable. It's hilarious. It's literally the biggest moment of her career, and it's the moment her career ended. Yeah, so she posted it online. I mean, put it all over the interwebs, and it did not get the response that she thought it would get. They thought this was going to be a big, you know, you know, they thought it would be received a lot differently, and it was not.
I used to date.
Let's give her, let's give some of her actual clips a chance.
And people would be like, "Do you have daddy issues?" I'm like, "I don't have daddy issues. We'll move on."
Damn it,
I used to
working
date these
from
really old guys, and people would be like, "Do you have daddy issues?" I'm like,
Why do I feel like you're telling the truth? It's the most honest I think you've been so far.
"I don't have daddy issues. I love my dad. I just love your dad more." I used to date these
I wanted to laugh, but it's just I couldn't. Like I get that was a joke, that was a setup and a payoff and a punchline, but it just I love my daddy, but I love yours more. I get it. I get it. It ain't make me laugh, but I'll get it.
We'll move on.
Please.
Capitalize? What does that mean to you? Tell me how to perform.
Is this another one?
How should I do crowd work? I want to know. No. I want a little, give me a pointer and then I'll take your advice and I'll use it. Let's see. I'm kidding. Shut the fuck up. We'll move on. Capitalize? What does that
Literally, that's not even the only time she did it. She's I guess this is a regular occurrence. And she demolished herself. She called him gay. He answered back. She got triggered and psychotic. She should have just said, I'm joking, and moved on, but she went complete psychopath. But this is a different situation. She knows she isn't funny, but she profits off the outrage. I guess that's smart. Yeah, but nah, I like to think you would think that, man, you definitely would, but not in this case. Because why would she take that clip down? You know, if she was trying to profit off the outrage, then she would have just left it up. What I'm thinking is that she thinks she's better than she actually is. She thinks she's funnier than she actually is. You need it. It's funny because I've seen so far. Uh, I mean, I don't know if that's what her bit's supposed to be, her just to kind of arguing with the audience. I'm not saying that can't be funny. I'm just saying she's not doing it the right way. Yep, it's come full circle. Yeah, yeah. If it like at one point it stops being trolls, if you're getting thousands of comments telling you you're not funny, listen to them. I think she just kind of, and it's weird because she's 29 years old, and by all means, she should not be like washed up to this extent. You know what I mean? Like you're still relatively young in your career. You have plenty of time to work out the kinks. No, this lady, like, if I could be real with Natalie, because I'm pretty sure she's, eventually, she's probably obsessively watching every video that's posted about her because, she's copyright striking everyone that comments on her. Well, Natalie, if you see this, just as a friend, you don't have to be my friend, but I could be your friend, and I'll just tell you the truth, you know, and this is help. This is me trying to help you. You suck. You suck. As a comedian, you are washed up. Maybe the youngest ever at 29 to ever just be this washed up. You literally had a very mid-career where you basically, because and you're a pretty woman, you know like, I mean, don't get me wrong, you're looking a little rough, like you've done seen have some rough years. So have I cut this beard now and it'll grow back in the morning, like, the Santa Claus, Tim Allen. But in this case, though, I feel like you're just kind of banking on a certain type of viewer that subscribes to certain types of accounts to see a certain type of content, to just kind of uphold this very, very vapid, very lackluster comedy routine. It was mostly guys cheering for you in that audience. Mostly, yes, I am strongly suggesting that your career is just like many of on the OnlyFans circuit. You've built your career with an audience of simps and incels, and and I don't see it. I just don't see you getting any bigger than this as far as stand-up comedy. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that just to pile more shit onto you, even though it's hilarious and you absolutely deserve it. But I think you need to quit. I think you need to move on. Find something else to do. You got the comedy career this far, and you suck. Imagine what else you could accomplish if you set your mind to it. And she's pretty, like, right there. You know, pretty in the sense that, in the sort of bipolar, bisexual, polygamous marriage kind of way. She's hot in the sense that if you're not married to her, absolutely. And the fucked up part, she actually is married. She actually is, and they have been eating that dude alive. Like, it has been a complete, at 44,000 subs, 657 videos, and she was getting good views. I mean, she was definitely like building up a core audience. Her most viewed video was this. Where's the hubby? I want to see the hubby. I can't find the husband. Probably. I just remember the top comment. There it is. There it is. And that's, yeah, that's the husband. Let's hear
As
the
a
further
man, I don't know
comment.
if other men in the room will agree with this, that made false thought for my penis. I thought if I hovered it over a glass of water.
Your penis looks really fun in water.
Yeah, it's like a shark swimming team. Wait, you took my, can I have another one? Purple. I like this one, it's got a hump on. Oh, they both have humps.
Oh my god.
He brings little tiny toys with him. I don't know what that means.
I just had very intrusive thoughts of self-harm listening to that. Okay, top comment. I'm calling it right now. Their bedroom has a chair in the corner. Damn right. That that fella has a chair in the corner. God. Time to start filling out job applications. This is the last 2 days since she went viral. Yeah, me too. Just, but then again, no, because like I could tell this is definitely what you call a white guy for Harris. You know, not that I think there's anything wrong with a white guy voting for Kamala Harris, but you know, this is a white guy for Harris in the context of I'm just trying to get laid by liberal white women. For the record, just for the record. And trust me, it works. I feel so bad for this guy. This man has been shred of his dignity. I could tell. Yeah, he just doesn't come off like he has zero confidence in what he's saying. He has zero confidence around her. It seems. Married couple, different last names. Oh, I didn't even notice that. I bet that was a day. A day getting bitched out. Strong, independent woman. I don't have to take your last name. You should take my last name. Or they lied. They're not. They're not. And they're not actually married. Yes, it is that one. Yeah, yes, exactly. Exactly. That is the funniest thing about her. The reason why I'm looking her up and doing a video about her right now is because it's funnier how she unironically considers herself a comedian. You know, it's ironic. I mean, it is ironic, but she is convinced that she's funny. You know, totally convinced that she's. And the thing is, it's like she could have literally probably started a Let's Play channel and just played video games and probably would have accumulated 44,000 simps, you know, on her socials. You know what I mean? Like she probably could have literally done anything. She would have probably made more money at real Baron Trump. No, that's not the real Baron Trump. Bullshit. If it is, I'd shit a brick. Got Baron Trump after you now. There's nothing I can do for you. Baron, I don't know, like he's a young guy, and he's very quiet and subtle and sullen, and he's just this beast of a human being. He's like 6'8". No, I think he's actually taller than that. I think he's closer to 6'9", 6'10". Just a skyscraper. You know, he's taller. He's taller than Doctor Disrespect. Yeah, I don't think he's funny at all. But you know, maybe if he got a laugh out of you, that's cool. It seems a little bit mean-spirited. Jared James. None of this is funny. You should have a mental break at. I'm misspeaking like a motherfucker tonight. None of this is funny. You should have a mental breakdown again, like you found out that straight guy in the crowd was funnier than you. By the way, that mental breakdown was by far the funniest thing you've ever done on stage. Do it again. I agree. I think she should actually lean into that. This got views. Like repost the video and then build your entire act around just being antagonistic and you know towards the audience. Like I'm actually being dead fucking serious. She could literally have a career doing that, being the least funny comedian, you know, of all time, and it would still be funnier than her actual comedy act that she really wants to be taken seriously and she really thinks is she put a lot of work in on that, you know what I'm saying? A lot of work just to stand around, just meandering and not making any jokes. Yeah, just be yourself. Go out there and act natural. Which I actually think is good advice. You know, like you're definitely better off just letting being yourself. And if you get laughed at, you get laughed at. If they laugh with you, then cool. That's what you're looking for. You'd rather be hated for what you are than loved for what you're not. She can't even handle her own husband heckling her. What clip is that? Woke comedy means that you laugh at it or you're a bigot. The husband looks like he's under the whip too. You just know who wears the pants in their house, not him. Look how uncomfortable he is. Wouldn't be surprised if 90% of the audience weren't family and friends, judging by the forced laugh. That's exactly it. It's either family or friends or um, simps. $1 million if she has an OnlyFans. Oh my God, if she has an OnlyFans, I'm gonna shit a fucking brick. If she actually like, I don't. I really hope not. Like, there's no way she actually has one. The link tree. What does she got? I don't think she's using the link tree correctly. Twitch, Patreon, Instagram, TikTok, X, Discord. Nope. Well, you know what? Good for you, Natalie. Although at this rate, I hope that doesn't become. I hope that doesn't change. Negative energy. Is there any good comment for this human in any of her videos on here? I saw a video about her tantrum, came here to see what was happening. I'm glad people are responding to her appropriately. She should probably do a bit of self-reflection. I agree. And again, it's not like what she did was like just this unforgivable thing, you know? It's not like she should just have, you know. I don't think going on a ridiculous emotional rant against a random stranger at your comedy show is worthy of losing your career and your following. Um, but I do think it's like, you know, where is that going to take your career now? You know, I don't think she was ready for that, even slightly ready for that type of reaction. And none of this because she made like a joke, like none of this like she'd probably compare herself to like Tony Hitchcliffe, you know, making a joke about Puerto Rico at a presidential rally. And I don't know. The thing is, that joke actually worked and offended people because it worked. But no one's offended by this person. No one's offended. Like, Natalie's not an offensive person. She's just a loud, obnoxious person. A comedian who is quite washed up. Quite washed up. And to be still like so young in her career, that's saying something. And the thing is, I know she doesn't have an OnlyFans, I guess, but she definitely likes to like. I mean, look, she's clearly trying to look pretty.
What's up?
That's smoke weed? You gonna take my Instagram?
Why does she like take? She puts a lot of focus on her on how she looks. Is all I'm saying. She's clearly aware that she's a pretty hot chick.
I had no very insist, but us women, we.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you know, I don't know, just like there's plenty of guys that are suckers for the tats and the, you know, pretty face, slim waistline. But when you know, it's like by looking, you think she's cool. You know, just by looking, you think, you know, when I see somebody with tattoos, I just get the idea that hey, they're pretty cool. You know, that usually suggests a personality that's you know relaxed that I could usually hang out with. You know what I mean? I have a lot of friends that are tatted up like that, and they're the coolest people in the world. Women that are tatted up like that are usually a lot cooler than this person, but it turns out this is just camouflage as soon as she opens her fucking mouth.
I had to go a few times. She took out this like giant wand, bigger than any of my vibrators.
Shut up. Oh my god, that guy that just laughed in the background. She didn't even finish she didn't even finish the joke and the guy started laughing.
I'm like, there's a condom on it. Yeah, she does have a condom on it. She does. It is. She does for.
She's not gonna fuck you, bro. Just we're learning a lot of hard truths about ourselves tonight. She's not gonna be playing Madison Square Garden and you're the guy forcibly laughing at these jokes before they even, the punchline is even told. Yeah, you're not getting any, brother.
Protect us. You're right. I love you. I told you I love her, man. And she did. I was like, wow.
Uh, well, okay, so she's heckling. Why didn't you scream at her? Literally, that girl's actually, is that a girl or a boy? But whoever that is, they're actually funnier than her.
She does. She takes out this massive one with a condom on it. The first time I went, this woman, she said the craziest thing to me. Like, she was holding it and she goes, I know she was trying to make me feel comfortable. She's like, so do you want to put it in or should I? What the fuck? I literally just got on my hands and knees and turned around.
I'm just saying, is this supposed to be a joke? Seems like you're more like recanting like an embarrassing story that you would recant in a private setting with your, and then you would tell the person that you told it to never speak a word of this story. And you just told it to a room full of people and then posted the clip online. That's not comedy, by the way. Comedy is, what's funny and then comedy are two different things. Farts are funny. Comedy is an actual art form where the point is to elicit laughter. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can be funny in life. Everyone could say something funny. It's usually by accident that we're funny. But comedy is it's an art form where the mission is to get this person to laugh. This joke is written to get you to laugh. It's yeah. That's a funny. I guess it is a funny story, but I'm just kind of embarrassed for you. And then that's how I feel mostly about this, about Natalie. I feel embarrassed for you.
No, I knew it wasn't a good doctor's office when she asked me to spit on it. But the worst part, it's not even the procedure where she's like spinning you like a rotisserie chicken, okay? And clicking and going, that's not even it. We've all had worse. It's the end when your thighs are wet with Dr. Lube. Because does this bitch clean you up? No, of course she doesn't. What does she do? She just abandons you worse than any fuckboy you've ever met.
I mean, there's potential for humor there. There's actually potential if she like understood like timing and pacing and like when you reach this line specifically sort of completes a thought, that would okay.
She's like, there's wipes on the counter. And then she leaves. I called the next day. I'm like, hey, can I like see the photos? She's like, I have to show my coworkers first.
Oh, they recommended me my own stream. I'm flattered. I'm flattered. I'm moving up in the world. My career, literally, my shitty, fucked in the ass career as a YouTuber, I feel like is doing better now than this person is. Yeah, that was fun though. Yeah, Natalie Coumo. You know what? And here's my last message to Natalie Coumo. I doubt you'll take my advice and just move on with your career. Just move on. But with that said, like move on in the sense that you quit being a stand-up comedian and you go into something else, a different field, like writing maybe. Try being, I don't know. If you write the way you talk, maybe you got some interesting life stories. I don't know. Blog, start a blog. I don't know. You're not surprisingly not an interesting person. I mean, I don't really get any bits of your personality in your stand up because it just sounds like you're hiding away. You know, you're putting on a mask, you know, the mask where you know that you think people are laughing at. You know, I don't know. Either way, good luck, Natalie. Uh, just